Greyhound View this week, we take a look back at the highlights of the John J. Casey 575 from Shelbourne Park, plus the Stanley Racing Open 525 from Galway. We also visit trainer Ian Reilly at his home in County Meath. But first, it's racing from Harold's Cross. The semi-finals of the Track Bookmakers Puppy Stake took place at Harold's Cross last Friday night. A great chance to see some of this year's prospects in action. We join Michael Fortune now for the lineup.
In Trap 1, Corrig Nikita, owned by Sean Martin, trained by Mick Gleeson, a daughter of Spiral Nikita and Tracy Honey. This is a very capable performer, well drawn on the inside, goes up well, and a strong stare. Wearing the blue jacket is Canary Beauty, the likely hot favourite for this one, owned jointly by Jim Healy and John McGough, trained by Seamus Graham, a daughter of Top Honcho and Adrienne's Beauty. She's won 4 of her 5 races, a real classy performer this one, and looks one of the best bitch prospects for the year. Number 3 is Whitehall Chief, owned by Chris Monaghan, a son of Legal Chief and Benison Rose, very likely race puppy. She's had 3 runs, won 2 of them, both around Longford, where she has a 28.82 run. Running in the black jacket is Johnny Kilvera, owned by Paddy O'Neill and trained by Paul Kiley, a son of Droopy's Kuel and Greg No Lyons. 3 wins from 8 outings. Last time out, a very comfortable winner around Waterford in December in 28.90. In Trap 5 we have Reserve O, that's Waterville Jack, owned by Matt Devaney, trained by Teresa Devaney, a son of Honcho Classic and Gold Cheetah, yet to win from 3 outings and really faces a massive task in this contest. And number 6 is Munching Mike, owned by Brian Connolly and Paul Kenny, trained by Jerry Melia, son of Droopy's Vieri and Barrow Tune, unbeaten in his career, 3 runs, 3 wins. 2 of those runs at Harold's Cross, last time at Newbridge, 28.94. First semi-final of the Track Bookmakers Puppy 525. The hare coming up behind, Trap's a way to go. It's a very level start, but not a favourite. Just showing ahead, that's 2. Canary Beauty, 5. Waterville Jack going up 1 on the... Oh, there's a lot of trouble on the corner, and number 2 is left a mile clear, Canary Beauty. Into the far side, it's Canary Beauty in front. About 5 lengths in front from number 3, Whitehall Chief in second. But it's Canary Beauty, clear around the third bend from number 3, Whitehall Chief in second. A lot of trouble way out at the rear as well in this one, but running very wide off the last bend. Canary Beauty, she's coming home, the comfortable winner here from 3 Whitehall Chief, 1 Corrig Nikita is third, and the superfecta completed by 4 Johnny Kilvera, the time 29.01. And the result of the first semi-final, the winner number 2 Canary Beauty, owned by Jim Healy and John McGough, second number 3 Whitehall Chief, and third number 1 Corrig Nikita, the time 29.01.
Well, that certainly was a win for the bookies, and now to the parade for the second semi-final.
In Trap 1 is Addy Amos, owned by Aidan Roach, a son of Come On Ranger, and Charming Lizzie has won 2 from 7, loves the inside, goes up well, and well, will be good price in this one, but a dog could easily make the frame. Number 2 here is Kerr Plunk, owned by the Cult Syndicate, trained by Jerry Melia, a son of Droopy's Vieri and Barrow Tune. 3 wins from 7 outings, 28.88 last time around Newbridge. Number 3 is Aerostar, owned by Anthony O'Sullivan, trained by Nick O'Reilly, a son of Pete's Boss and Mossy's Deal. A real Harold's Cross specialist, has won 4 of his 11 races, Aerostar. Not the best of starters on occasions and faces a tough task here. One of the favourites for this race, Mineola Farlow, owned by Seamus McCluskey, trained by Seamus Graham, the son of Top Honcho and Farlow Dingle. This fellow appeared in an unraced stake at Shelbourne recently. 28.73 in the opening round, was beaten by Droopy's Maldini. Good early pace, likes the inside. He'll be shooting across for the inside on the run-up. Wearing the orange jacket is Clonbryn Girl, owned by Pat Burke, a daughter of Thomas the Best, and Clonbryn Lady has won 2 of her 3 races. She hasn't run since mid-December and did a very poor trial here last time, but that's certainly not representative of her real form. She has a 28.71 around Longford. And in Trap 6, Sidewalk, owned by Sean Cleary, trained by Stephen Burke, the son of Pete's Boss and Faithful Susie. 4 from 9 is his record. He won the Puppy 550 final here last week. He'd be better over that extra 25 yards, but here's a real prospect for the year ahead. Sidewalk, perfectly housed in Trap 6, the only wide seed. The second semi-final of the Track Bookmakers Puppy 525. The hare coming up behind the traps and away to go. Mineola is well away from 4, but it's a bit of a bumping match between them. Number 2 well up on the inside is Kerr Plunk. The favourites back, Sidewalk back in third as they hit this back straight. And now Mineola Farlow hits the front off the second bend. Number 4 being with number 2 on the inside, Kerr Plunk. 3 Aerostar going well up the inside. And look at 6 ranging up on the outside, Sidewalk, as they hit the third bend. And Sidewalk takes over. Oh, it's a big pile up at the third bend. And suddenly all the favourites are in trouble, and now it's number 1 Addy Amos coming through from 3 Aerostar, coming to the line, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Oh, it's on the nose there with number 3 rallying again in third. A big shock here in this second semi-final of the Track Bookmakers Puppy 525. We'll leave it to the judge, the time 29:39. Well, the judge couldn't separate them in the second semi-final of the Track Bookmakers Puppy 525, and it resulted in a dead heat between number 1 Addy Amos, owned by Aidan Roach, and number 3 Aerostar, owned by Anthony O'Sullivan. In third place, number 5 Clonbryn Girl, the time 29:39. The trap draw for next Friday's final of the Track Bookmakers Puppy 525 was made by track bookmaker Barry Hogan, and it resulted in trap 1 is Addy Amos, 2 Corrig Nikita, 3 Aerostar, in 4 Whitehall Chief, number 5 is Canary Beauty, and in 6 Clonbryn Girl. Well, on the running of the semi-finals, Canary Beauty has to be fancied from trap 5 on this occasion. She went in perhaps early in her semi-final, but ran on very strongly and looks to have the pace to lead them all home and claim the €2,000 prize.
The odds compiler for Paddy Power, Kieran Burke, spent a lot of his time at Shelbourne Park while studying for his degree in commerce. He then joined Paddy Power's firm as junior odds compiler and took to his new position like the proverbial duck to water.
We've got lots of great tools at our fingertips these days. We've got the Irish Greyhound Board website, which is super. We've got basically every dog in Ireland, all his past runs, his trials and his race form. From all tracks in Ireland. We've got that at our fingertips. I just spend most Saturday nights in Shelbourne Park, so we see all the top dogs really in the country running there. And then the Greyhound View helps us see some of the dogs down the country which we wouldn't normally see. Well, the first thing you look at when you're pricing a race is the trap draw. For instance, you want your dog to get a clear run to that first corner. So if you've got a good early pace dog, say for instance in trap 1, you look to see instead of just looking at that dog, you like to see what's outside him. What does trap 2 most likely to do when he comes out of the traps? And if he's likely to turn out and go for the outside, your dog in trap 1 is going to get a clear run. So that's perfect for you. But on the other instance, if your dog in trap 2 is likely to cut for the rails, trap 1 could be in trouble. So we try to sort of weigh all those little things up into our prices when we're actually calculating them. That information is got from long hours of study in front of videotapes and also attending the tracks. I mean, it's not on the website. You can't. It doesn't really say on the website this dog turned in or needs the rails or needs the outside. That's the long, laborious study. Turnover has increased for a number of reasons. One huge help in the last year is the intertrack, where punters in any other track in Ireland are able both to bed into the pools in Shelbourne Park and also to actually see the racing. So Shelbourne Park and Harold's Cross, punters all around the country are watching it every night of the week. So all our major competitions, most of them are in Shelbourne and Harold's Cross. So you just have more punters actually being able to see the racing, more interest in the dogs. And when you know the dogs and you can see them on television, that's a huge help. Next year's Derby, yeah, we basically were offering prices from the minute last year's Derby finished. Now, there wouldn't be huge interest, but we have led a couple of dogs seriously. At the moment, Droopy Skulls is our 10-1 favourite. We originally put him in at 16-1, laid the 16s. We laid €1,500 at 14s during the week. He's now 10-1. After him comes his little brother, Droopy's Cahill, at 20-1, along with the Big English Hope, Droopy Shearer, at 20s. Premier Fantasy is 20-1, along with a dog who flopped in last year's Derby, Tom Sheboy, but he's still very young. And Velvet Commander, the dog who cost a reputed €100,000 earlier on in the year, he's at 20-1. It's 33's bar. And we'd be hoping that Fat Budgie, our own Fat Budgie, might save us. He's a 66-1 chance. 2 pups stand out. Premier Fantasy, the winner of the National Puppy Stake a couple of weeks ago in Shelbourne. He's only an April puppy. He could be absolutely anything.
But this final is over. Premier Fantasy should skip clear at this stage. A very impressive puppy. Premier Fantasy wins this one in style. It's close for second.
But the most exciting is definitely Droopy Skulls. He heads the betting for the Irish Derby. He's high on the list for the English Derby. And he set some super sectional times at Shelbourne. I think he's going to be a real star.
With €10,000 on offer to the winner, the Stanley Racing Open 525 is the richest event ever run at Galway. The College Road circuit witnessed some fantastic action on Saturday night in the opening round. On the night, Paul Hennessy was certainly the man in form, sending out 3 of the 6 heat winners. The highlight of his treble was Tyra Marita in the opening heat. She raced from trap 2.
Tyrone Marita would prove herself a very popular local winner if she breaks from 2. She's out reasonably well. Cold Calling is also well in contention, as is Side Cash. The battle on up front. Tyrone Marita leads from Cold Calling in 3rd. Side Cash well in contention. Tinnock Sampson is behind. 4 to qualify. Tyrone Marita being pursued now by Side Cash. 2nd bend from home between the closing 2 bends. Tyrone Marita still clear of Side Cash. Off the final bend and up towards the line. It's going to be a big local win here for Tyrone Marita. 2nd is Side Cash and 3rd Cold Calling.
Phoenix Ice came next for Hennessy in the 2nd heat. Racing from trap 4, he faced some very decent opposition in the shape of Mustang Buster and Weatherman.
The favourite is running in 3. That's Weatherman in the white jacket. Breaks very poorly. It's Mustang Buster that leads from Phoenix Ice. Ring Road Masters moving in as well on the inside. Up front, it's Mustang Buster and Phoenix Ice in 2nd. Now moving into 3rd, it's the stripes of Billabong. And Weatherman has it all to do to qualify. Out front, it's still Mustang Buster now from Phoenix Ice by a length. It's close between this pair as they come off the final bend, and it's Mustang Buster and Phoenix Ice is getting up. Phoenix Ice wins it at the line.
10 Men, who was into his 3rd season, completed the Hennessy treble in the final heat. Racing from trap 3, he looked a class apart.
The final 4 qualifying spots up for grabs here. The traps rise and away they go. It's 10 Men that's out very well from Master Host. Inside, Creevy Joe, Group Cheers is also there. 10 Men leads from Master Host, and into 3rd comes Creevy Joe, but down the back straight it's 10 Men with a lead by 3 lengths from Master Host. Into the 3rd bend, 10 Men well clear from Master Host, beginning to improve behind Group Cheers also. Off the final bend, and it's 10 Men up towards the line, is going to score very well here. 10 Men close for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Creevy Joe and Master Host well there.
Easily the hottest favourite of the round was Gleeblad in heat 4. Racing from trap 6, he certainly looked the one to beat.
There are 2 reserves in heat 4. Creevy Slippy in 3. Diplomacy is in 4. Traps rise and the way they go. Gleeblad is out reasonably okay. The favourite Tamna Cullum is also there, and into the opening bend it's Tamna Cullum that leads now from Gleeblad, but Gleeblad takes over the leadership down the back straight, and it's Gleeblad now stretching clear from Tamna Cullum. Minola Spring shows in 3rd. Taro Champ is in 4, but our leader is clear by 3. Gleeblad as he hits the final bend and into the finishing straight. It's Gleeblad now, a very polished win here. Tamna Cullum is 2nd. It's very close for 3rd.
And the 2nd round of this event takes place next Saturday night. We'll see then if the Black and Amber Kennels can achieve another hat-trick. Hailing from Dunshaughlin in County Meath, Ian Reilly certainly made an impact on the industry at the back end of 2003, most notably with his 2 young dogs, Droopy's Cahill and Droopy's Skulls. Ian, who has held his training licence for only 2 years, has always had an affinity with greyhounds.
I was always involved in dogs. My father had dogs with trainers for the last 20 years, and we always had 1 or 2 around the house as well. So I was kind of always going to be a trainer in my own eyes at some stage anyway. I went to England about 10-12 years ago for 3 years experience, and like over here at the time there was no chance of being no future as a trainer anyway. Over there that's where the money was, so I spent 2 years over there first of all, and then came back and spent another year over there with Paul Garland, who I learned a good bit over there, and that was kind of the start. I kind of had that in my head over there, someday please God to be able to train in Ireland as a trainer. And then the last 2 or 3 years here, the money and the price, the whole thing has just turned around. The facilities, the prize money is just phenomenal. So I said I'll give it a go, and like the last year it's just been phenomenal. The end of last year was just win the Puppy Derby, and that was amazing,
It's Droopy's Cahill, tracks back, putting in a big run, coming to the line, 3 and 1. Oh, it's desperately close. I think Droopy's Cahill has just held on.
I got involved with the Dumfries through my father really. He had Droopy's Vieri, who ran up the Irish Derby. He went to stud down with Dumfries, and we kind of became good friends and all. I had a good relationship with them from there. So the first I got off them was Droopy's Rude, who was runner up in the Laurels there a couple of months ago. He won an unraced stake in Shelbourne, then won the Munster Puppy Cup for me, which was my first big win last year. So he was the start of it all, and I've got plenty of dogs up and down from there since, and some real good and obviously some not so good. The next 2 good dogs to come up from the Dumfries and Waterford was Drippy's Cattle and Drippy's Skulls. Two brothers, top honcho out of Drippy's Kirsten. They're only February 02, so they're only 2 year old next month. Drippy's Cattle won the Puppy Derby for me, which was amazing. It was my first big major win. It was the best night, probably one of the best nights of my life anyway. The final night was just amazing. To have a dog in the final alone was just amazing, but to win it was unreal. Like a halfway, Drippy's Cattle was 3-4 lengths in front, and I knew the wrong dog was behind. I knew it wasn't all over kind of thing, you know. Then the flash by the line together, and from where I was in the middle of the track, you couldn't really see. I wasn't sure at all. And I could hear the crowd and my own crowd coming towards me, and that I knew then we were after winning. It's just amazing, really.
Droopy's Cahill has just held on. The time is 28:56. A thrilling contest.
Drippy Skull is his brother. He looks a serious prospect for next year. He looks a real Irish Derby dog, 550 yards. He's done, I think it's the third fastest time ever in Shelbourne, winning in 28:37. In winter going is phenomenal. Like, he's after in 28:43 as well, and he done 28:80 in the final there one night as well, which I think the track was very slow. He looks a serious prospect for next year, and I'm really looking forward to him. He looks the dog that I think he can actually improve. I think the two of them could improve a good bit. The Skull is more so. I think he has less racing as well. I think he could be a big player next year. I have another young pup now. Drippy's Carlos is his name. He's a top honcho. Drippy's Chloe. He'd be half brother of Drippy's Natalie, who ran up the Oaks in England. Drippy's Joel, who ran in the Derby final, and Drippy's Carling, who ran the National Puppy final. Owen McKenna's dog. He'd be half brother of them. He's only November 02. He's only been in the traps twice. Looks very, very promising pup now. He could be anything at all. I also have One Punch Done, who's owned by the same people who own Drippy's Cattle and Drippy's Skulls, the Peters Carrot Kyo Syndicate. Looks an exciting dog. Only have him about 7-8 weeks. Got him there before the National Puppy. Didn't really settle into the kennel that well, but I think he'll be a real kind of maybe an English Derby dog next year. Looks in serious early pace, and I think he'll be a lovely dog next year, next summer especially. I also have a nice dog, a Lambshire. He's owned by the top owner syndicate, Deirdre King and Brendan Keogh, Kay Carroll. A nice dog. I think he'd be a nice 5'7", 600 yard dog next year. He ran the final of the Vodafone Grand Prix, and I think it was in his 12th, 13th race. He's done 28:56 around Harris Cross and 31:43 for the 575, which would be good runs. I think he'd be a nice dog next year over the longer trips. VIP Puppy is a Drippy's Vieri pup owned by up and coming boxer Bernard Dunn. Won 2 weeks ago in Shelbourne, 29:37. Nice pup and will definitely improve more. Violence the Best, formerly known as Liquidator, is a nice dog. We've had a lot of problems with him, injury problems. He beat World Class actually in Shelbourne earlier on in the year before I actually had him. He could be a nice dog for this year if he comes back right. Looks to be, he's on the back galloping anyway, looks to be galloping okay. Could be a major player in the big stakes, hopefully. Plan for those dogs this year, well, Drippy's Cattle, Drippy's Skulls will definitely start off in the Easter Cup, go for the English Derby and Irish Derby. That's their plan anyway. One Punch Done, I think he'll make a nice English Derby dog too. He's got lovely early pace. He should be settled into the kennel come March, April. He'll go well in Wimbledon, I think. Drippy's Rude, probably run him the first half of the year. He's been a really good server, and so we'll probably run him the first half of the year, so he can pick up a few more races. A Lambshire, I think, will make a nice 5'7", 600 yard dog. Kind of all the staying 5'7" events during the year. We'll probably run him in them. That's the plan so far, so hopefully they'll go to plan anyway. This year should be even a more exciting year than last year. We've definitely got, I'm really looking forward to going to Wimbledon. We've dogs there for the Derby, and I have a lot of friends over there as well, which I met when I was working over there. And then like the Irish Derby again, which is the biggest race in the world. It's just amazing to have dogs good enough to run that. Like, we never really had before this, so really looking forward to the year and can't wait to get going.
A year ago, the John J. Casey Open 575 was dominated by the brilliant Serene Rumble. Unfortunately, Serene Rumble isn't around this time, but there's a top-class entry for the competition that started at Shelbourne Park last Saturday night. It was a real night of celebration for the husband and wife team of Des and Mary Gilbert from Skerries in Dublin. They brought 3 runners to the meeting and completed a magnificent hat-trick. First of the Gilbert runners in action was Mr. Mercedes, running from trap 5 in the 3rd heat.
The hare coming up behind traps, and away they go. And first to show is trap 1 on the inside. Johnny Jump Up leads up from number 3 Canute. Back in third, number 5, that's Mr. Mercedes. Around the corner, it's Johnny Jump Up with number 3 Canute. Then comes number 5, Mr. Mercedes. Around the second corner, Johnny Jump Up leads by 2 lengths to number 3 Canute. Back in third, number 5, Mr. Mercedes, showing big dash into the third bend. It's Johnny Jump Up. Here comes number 5, Mr. Mercedes, and Mr. Mercedes goes to the front. Johnny Jump Up in second. Back in third, Canute. But around the final corner, it's number 5, Mr. Mercedes. He stays strongly. He won't be caught. Number 3 Canute running on well for second. Back in third is going to be trap number 2, perhaps Satanta. The winning time 31.41. Very impressive there. Number 5, Mr. Mercedes.
Bidding for a quick double for the Gilbert team was Davern Chief. This bit's running from trap 4 in the very next heat, where number 3 Dita Davy and 5 Glensky Honcho were perceived as the major dangers.
And away they go. And first to show is trap number 4, Davern Chief, immediately cutting towards the inside. Glensky Honcho going up very well in second. Back in third is number 2 Bobo. Then comes number 3 Dita Davy. But around the corner is number 4 Davern Chief. Glensky Honcho is challenging in second. Back in third, number 2 Bobo. Then comes number 3 Dita Davy into the third bend. It's Davern Chief that leads. Here comes number 2 Bobo on the outside. Number 5 Glensky Honcho. Further back to number 3 Dita Davy. But around the final couple of corners, it's number 4 Davern Chief. She looks a winner at this stage. Number 5 Glensky Honcho trying to finish fast. Here comes number 3 Dita Davy. But number 4 Davern Chief goes on to land the spoils. Second, number 3 Dita Davy, and third, number 5 Glensky Honcho. 31.42 the winning time.
And so going for the treble was Pie in the Sky, going from trap 2 in the 9th race on the card with number 1 reigning champ, the Big Danger.
And away they go. And first to show is trap number 2, Pie in the Sky. Leads to the corner from trap number 5, Please Teacher. Going well on the inside is number 1, Reigning Champ. Into the corner though, it's number 2, Pie in the Sky with Reigning Champ in second. Back in third we have number 3, Automatic Show. Around the second corner, Pie in the Sky leads by 2 lengths to number 1, Reigning Champ. Back in third, number 5, Please Teacher. Into the third bend, number 2, Pie in the Sky continues to lead. Reigning Champ is closing in second, however, a length and a quarter in it. Number 2, Pie in the Sky leads into the home straight. Here comes number 1, Reigning Champ. Further back is number 5, Please Teacher with number 6, Diego Glory. But around the final corner, it's number 2, Pie in the Sky, stretching clear. He wins impressively. Second, number 1, Reigning Champ. It's close for third. The winning time 31.68.
For much of the second heat, it looked to be a match between number 5 Blue Panther and number 3 Three Bells Hell as they battled it out. But wait for the finish of number 4 Shelbourne Dell.
The hare now coming around the final turn, up behind traps, and away they go. And first to show is trap number 3, Three Bells Hell, with number 5 going well. Blue Panther into the corners. Blue Panther with number 3, Three Bells Hell. Then comes number 6, that is Thornhill Daniel. But around the opening corners, number 5, that's Blue Panther leads. Number 3 though, Three Bells Hell is in chase. Further back to number 4, Shelbourne Dell. Down the far side, number 5, Blue Panther with number 3, Three Bells Hell now challenging into the third bend. It's Blue Panther and Three Bells Hell. Further back, number 4, Shelbourne Dell. Around the final corner, it's number 5, Blue Panther, Three Bells Hell trying to close. Shelbourne Dell is flying on the finish, but up to the home straight, it's number 4 on the far side, Shelbourne Dell coming to the line. Shelbourne Dell gets there. Second, number 5, Blue Panther, and third, number 3, Three Bells Hell. The winning time 31.54.
And what a fantastic night for Mary Gilbert and her charges. Watch this space next week. And now for the week's fixtures. On Friday at Harold's Cross, it's the final of the track Bookmakers Puppy Stake, while at Newbridge, the final of the Comerford Cakes Novice 750 takes place. On to Saturday at Shelbourne Park, it's the second round of the John J. Casey 575 and the Stanley Racing Open 525 at Galway. Then on Sunday at Clonmel, the second round of the IGB Unraced takes place. For quick and concise information on Greyhound form, race cards and a multitude of data, visit the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie. Next week we'll bring you heats of the John J. Casey 575 and the Stanley Racing Open 525, plus the final from Harold's Cross.